what's up YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be working on the Axial SCX24 Jeep Wrangler indoor crawler build. If you don't know, I am giving away this little Jeep at the end of 15 videos in this playlist, or before I get to 3,500 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed, definitely subscribe because that's part of the contest. Follow me on Instagram and comment on any video in this build playlist. So now let's get into the upgrade for today. So this is the Hot Racing black 9-fin 030 motor heat sink for the Axial SCX24. So this is a new item that Hot Racing has released, and I thought I might give it a shot. So it was $10 on eBay. It's free shipping, wasn't too bad at all. So I said, why not? Let's give it a shot. So a heat sink, I'm assuming it absorbs heat from the motor when you're running it. So there it is. So it's pretty simple. It's maybe it might be aluminum, I don't know. It's some metal that probably absorbs heat. That'll take the heat out of the motor. So it's pretty simple like that, 10 bucks, pretty light. And Hot Racing actually included a sticker this time, so that's pretty surprisingly. This surprises me. So yeah, so first things first, I'm gonna take off the body so we can get a good view of installing the heatsink. Alright, so now the body is off of the chassis, and I mean, it looks like it's a pretty simple installation. Looks like it could just be a clip-on. And so there is the motor. I'm just gonna go for it and clip it on and see how it works. Alright, so it looks like it's going to be a little bit more challenging than just a clip-on. So first thing I'm going to do is going to remove the battery tray to get the access to the motor. So there's two screws, one here and one here on this side of the chassis, and then there's one here and one there. So it should be pretty simple. And I have my Wera 1.3 hex. If you want to check it out, links in the description. It's a quality tool. I've been using it in all of my SCX24 videos. Both those screws are the same length, so I don't have to worry about mixing them up. Alright, so all four of the screws are off. I'm going to disconnect the battery. I should just be able to lift it out of here. And there we are. So now we have a little bit more access to the motor. So let's see if we can get it from behind right here. I think I'm gonna have to disconnect the motor. So there is one screw here. I believe this is the only one. So let's give it. So I'm having trouble getting this little guy around the motor because of this frame, the chassis frame. So I'm gonna undo a couple screws here on the skid plate to connect the links to the frame and see if that helps me get a little bit more of a better angle. So when you're removing these screws, the two in the middle are shorter compared to the ones on the ends, which are longer. So just keep that in mind. Alright, so now I'm getting a little bit more room to kind of open this up. Also gonna disconnect the shock. Dang, I'll have to almost disconnect this whole entire chassis. Holy crap. I'm going to disconnect the motor from the ESC. I've been having some issues with this little guy fitting on the motor, and so I went on to hotracing.com, or whatever, their limited website, and it says requirements: take off all motor stickers, slide onto the motor from the shaft end. So I didn't read that. I was over here with my calipers trying to figure out if the part was the right size and everything. So now I know that I have to take off the stickers. So I will be doing that now. So I wanted to remind you guys, if you're interested in winning this Axial SCX24 Jeep Wrangler indoor build, remember to subscribe to me on YouTube, follow me on Instagram at miguelrubencortez video, comment on a video in this build playlist, any video, and remember to like the video, and that's pretty much it. It'll be free. I'll ship it out to you anywhere in the lower 48 states. So yeah, good luck. Alright, so coming into this, I thought it'd be really quick and simple. Just slide that thing over the motor, you'll be fine. but I've completely disassembled like the entire car. It's insane. Got the transmission cover off. Now I need to grab my 1.5 Dynamite, and I need to remove the motor mounts from this side of the motor. So it's been a pretty long process. I thought this was gonna be like a 5-minute mod. No, this is taking me some time actually. So I'm gonna remove the motor mounts, and then I will cleanly remove the sticker and install the heatsink while the motor is off. All right, so it's finally off. So with my 1.5 Dynamite, I got off the motor mounts, and now we will get this sticker removed. It took me 20 minutes to get here, but we're gonna do it right. Alrighty, so there it is, all the stickers off the motor. Luckily the sticker came off pretty easily, it wasn't like an ugly sticker or anything. So now we have our little heat sink, and we should be able to slide this guy on now. And the top part is where you can read hot racing, so that's how you know you're up top. Alright, so there is the heat sink on the motor. It's a pretty tight fit. Took me a couple minutes to kind of just slide it on there. I had one of those pairs of pliers where it's opposite, where so when you close them, they open. I don't know what they're called, but I had a pair of those. And so yeah, finally got it on. So now it's the boring part where I put everything back onto the truck, put everything together, all this mess. So I'll do that, and if I have any issues or if I have any tips, I'll let you guys know along the way. All right, so everything is together, except for me plugging in the battery and the ESC and putting that all back together. I've seen stories where people plug in the battery into the motor port or the motor port into the battery port, and I don't know how, but they said they burned up their motor or burned up their ESC. So I just want to make sure to point that out, because it's really important to plug everything back into the proper spot. So this is the motor plug, so you want to plug that into the proper spot on your ESC. So that's the white one, don't forget it. Kind of a little bit tough, but there we are. And here is our battery. So I just wanted to put that in there because I've heard stories, like I said earlier, people just ruining their stuff on accident, but just making that little mistake. So there is everything. There is the heat sink on the motor. You know it's in properly because you can read hot racing on the top. You could be scientific and kind of like get a heat gun and run your little SCX24 for like an hour before you put on the heat sink and measure the temperature, and then you could freaking run it with a heat sink and then check the temperature afterwards for an hour if you wanted to do that. I'm not really that meticulous, so I'm just gonna believe that this thing cools the motor. I've never really burnt out a motor. I'm not really reckless when I kind of like to crawl. So yeah, that was probably like maybe a 45-minute install. I didn't know you had to remove all the motor mounts and the frames. So yeah, if you're looking to do this mod, make sure that you know how to do that. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.